Well, I thought we would just start off with some of the biggest news about you that I've seen, and that was Kodak Black.
Yeah.
He released a song about 3-4 days ago.
Yeah.
And in this song, he has the line, "Who Boosie think he is?"
Yeah.
What did you think, man? How'd you feel when you first heard it?
I wasn't mad. I mean, I wasn't mad when I heard it. I was just like, I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna be cool while I'm saying it. I ain't because, first of all, he locked up. Second of all, I wasn't mad because I wasn't mad because I know what I said. If you doing a freestyle and you bringing me up, every interview you bringing me up, what I said touch you. I feel like he at a point where he feel now he made a mistake.
He made a mistake. Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And of course, this is the famous rapper Boosie responding to Kodak Black, another rapper, who is locked up right now, incarcerated. Kodak Black was having many problems when he was out on the street last. Some say he was losing his mind. He was on his stuff. And he was tripping. Apparently now he's locked up and he's been making a lot of comments about Boosie. And as we just heard, Camp Capone, shout out to Camp Capone News here, asked Boosie, how does he feel about Kodak Black saying, who does Boosie think he is? Kodak Black made a rap song while incarcerated recently. And in that rap song, that's what he said. Who does Boosie think he is? Boosie is now responding to that and to Kodak Black about who does Boosie think he is.
By doing that song and things like that, and I was basically just telling him, I want him to stop blaming me. I want him to stop blaming me for his actions. You gotta stand up and say, man, I did that and keep going. Cause before he just said that, I haven't mentioned him in nothing, man. I mean, I haven't mentioned him in nothing. That's like his 4th, 5th time, just,
He's made
I don't
wake
up thinking about no Kodak. This dude don't cross my mind at all, and I don't want to be crossing his mind like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the little nigga get money, bro. I want to see him home, I don't want to see nobody in the pen. I want to see him get help, bro, I want to see him do better, man. I mean, I think he just feel like since he done that song, his shit just been, it just been a crash course. And just want him to blame himself, and, everybody get shake back, bro. I just want him to blame himself and not keep saying who Boosie. Boosie is somebody you not. Boosie is, I'm nothing like, I'm different. Boosie that, I'm that nigga in plenty of ways, that's who Boosie is. I think I am who I am. I don't think I'm nobody big, I'm Boosie. Boosie not trying to be no, Boosie is Boosie. What Boosie do, nobody does. What Boosie says, nobody says. The music I make, nobody makes it like me. My movies when I put them out, nobody gets 100% like Boosie. Nobody's a real friend to they people or to somebody I with like Boosie. The old folks love Boosie. The youngsters love Boosie. The babies love Boosie. The kids love Boosie. The preachers, the gangbangers, the convicts. That's who Boosie is. Boosie is Boosie, and that's basically it.
So you do think he could come back from doing the song with 6ix9ine?
But he'll always have a black eye. That's what I said. His career always have a black eye because it's always gonna get challenged because Kodak was looked at like, like the real ghetto babies. who stand up for all that because they done lost family members to that. They done lost kinfolks to that. You know, so that'll always be a black eye. I mean, he gave his career a black eye, you know. Black eyes heal.
Facts.
Black eyes do heal, but somebody will always talk about that black eye. That's what a black eye is.
So, I mean, he's defending himself. He started off well enough, saying that he just wishes Kodak Black well, wants him to be free. He does not wish incarceration upon anyone, and, wants him to be successful. Well enough. Then he went on to say that he's Boosie. There's no one like him. He didn't say that no one was above him, just no one was like him, that everyone loves him. I would say that that's true. And now he's just saying that Kodak Black, he can recover from whatever it is the issue is, whatever this song is Kodak Black made that apparently helped to derail his career, that he can recover. Perhaps, nevertheless, the stigma will always be there. That stain will always be there. People will always still revert back to whatever that song was, whatever the situation is that got him in trouble. He will not be able to overcome that. Well, if he can't overcome that, then you're saying his career is basically over, old Kodak Black.
Remember that time you had that black eye?
Yeah.
Remember, but when his fan and another fan talking, who's not his fan, what they gonna bring up?
Yeah, it's just like a dude with a bad knee.
It's a black eye. A black eye go heal. But they'll always remember that black eye, especially on social media.
Can you guys fix your guys' issues?
I mean, probably not. I mean, I don't have an issue with them. If I don't wake up thinking about you, it's not an issue to me. I said what I said and I moved on. If you can't take it, it is what it is. But I don't wake up thinking about no people. That's when I got ops. I don't have ops. I walk around freely, bro. I walk around freely, and
You mentioned that you get a lot of love from everybody, from black, white, brown, to the gangsters, to the average dudes. What do you think it is that gets you that love from everybody? Just from
being real. That's what it gives me. My music real. I'm real. You got some people who music real, but they're not real. People see this is hard body, man. This ain't no breaking. This ain't no taking no money and changing this man. This ain't no, I'm one of the few who people say, can keep it real. I say what millions of people want to say, but they don't have the nuts to say it. I'm not trying to be somebody else. My music don't sound like other people. I'm Boosie, man. I stick out like a sore thumb because I'm real. I don't follow trends. What other people to do, I don't follow. I stick to what I believe in, my morals I stand on, and that make people love me. People know I done all it, but I'm still happy. I'm a different gangster. I mean, it ain't too many people like Boosie. I can make you smile, I can make you cry. I'm a real person. I'm not putting on, I'm not walking around mugging everybody, I'm just a real person, I'm me. And that's what make a lot of people love me, because it's too much for you to love, not to hate, for you to hate. If you hate Boosie, you got a problem. You got a serious problem because I'm just keeping it real. You know, either I said something.
And Boosie said, if you hate him, you have a problem. You have a serious problem. That's crazy. That's wild work. What if someone just doesn't like your music, or maybe doesn't think you as real as you say you are? I don't think that though. I think he is a solid individual. Actually, I know that he has a past for sure, but I believe that he's a solid individual. I don't know him.
Something that really hurts you, because the truth hurts. I hurt a lot of people because of the truth. You know, I don't agree with a lot of things that go on in this world because that's not a part of what I stand for. And as a person, I have the right to say what I believe in and what I don't. A lot of people else in this world have the same right, but they don't have nuts. They don't have bowling ball nuts. You know, they always think what's going to be taken from them, from speaking their mind. And, you know, that's what makes Boosie keeping it real for a lot of people who can't keep it real.
You mentioned people not want to speak their mind because of what they might lose. Have you lost a lot from just speaking your mind and being authentic to who you are?
I've lost, I wouldn't say a lot, but I lost a lot of opportunities, you know, but gained them at the same time.
Didn't you have a reality TV show you were working on that you lost at one point?
Yep. I lost that because they was talking about the Dwayne Wade situation when I spoke on that. But everything happened for a reason. It wasn't meant for me to be on no reality TV. Most time, that's when your career doing this. You know, you getting baby checks. You know, to put me on reality TV, you gotta pay a ton of money. Cause I'm a break the number game. I'm a damn fool. I'm gonna act a damn fool. You pay me to get on reality TV. Whoever paid for this Boosie show, the show starting off, I'm on the toilet shitting.
Dang, why you gotta be on the toilet taking a number two when the show come on? He got it planned out. He say he put him on reality TV. He gonna act a fool. They gotta give him a big check. But you know, that is a part of the stigma, if you will, of reality TV. Just what Boosie alluded to, that once you get on reality TV, it's because your career is on the decline. And that's why you had to get on reality TV. You know, imagine once being a big movie star, let's say. Imagine Denzel Washington or Jennifer Aniston, well, she's not really moving, Angelina Jolie or whatever. All of a sudden being a reality TV star, you would probably think they had a fall from grace. But Boosie being on there, I don't know. I don't think that would be a decrease in his career. As he said, he's not looking for menial checks, the checks that they would normally give these reality stars. He's saying they're going to have to pay him big time because he's going to bring in the numbers. He's going to break the internet because he's going to get in there and go crazy. So he was trying to get that reality show, and this is what Cam Capone just alluded to when he said, you know, you've lost a few things for keeping it real. And Boosie said, yeah, you know, when he made the comments about D Wade's son, talking about the basketball player, Dwayne Wade, you know, his son had transitioned, Dwayne Wade's son, and Boosie had something to say about that. I don't want to misquote him, but what he said did not go over well with that community and with Dwayne Wade and what have you. And so he said that's why he lost the reality show from the statements that he made then. But he said that it's okay because, you know, it wasn't meant to be.
You hear the turds dropping. Do. What up, mother? You know, I'm ready to, but you know, that wasn't the time. God do everything for a reason, man. God working in mysterious ways, you know. And I won't say I won't never ever be on reality TV. But I know that I can make a lot of money on reality TV. If somebody was to put that camera on me, man, and I just gotta be paid right. I mean, that's basically it. I'm booked every weekend, bro. Thursday to Sunday. What's gonna make you stop that? What's gonna make you stop that? It's only gonna take 2 months. What's gonna make you stop 16 shows a month?
Mm.
You gotta pay me, man. And when it comes to that, a lot of people, they try to look at me in a downward way as far as a CEO boss. Well, you never been on, well, why are you calling me like this? Why are y'all interested? You know, you gotta pay me top dollar from what you done paid anybody else. Cause the whole world is telling you. They have to go in their DM and be like, where's the Boosie show? We won't see Boosie. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say I won't never be on it. It's just, you know, you gotta make me sit down and I'll act a damn fool. But I just gotta be compensated, right?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully at some point. It'll definitely be something I know a lot of people will be tuning into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you have it. Boosie say he ready to act a fool on reality TV. All right, so that's what he had to say about Kodak Black. I am interested to know what you all think in the comments. He didn't really go too hard on him. It depends on how you look at it. It was a pretty strong response. Again, he started off just saying, well, I want him to get help. I want him to be successful. And I'm not about to say anything, too bad about him. I'm going to be cool about it, he said, in my response, because he's locked up, first of all. That's what he said, because he's locked up. Boosie, of course, has been locked up. He's been to prison, so apparently he has respect for that. He says, I'm not going to add to his stress or his situation because he's locked up, even though he made the song about Boosie since he's been locked up, or said what he said in there. Who does Boosie think he is? Inside of that song. That song was made since Kodak Black has been incarcerated. Nevertheless, Boosie apparently had took the high road at first and said, I'm not going to say anything about him too bad, derogatory, because he's locked up. But then he did go on to say, I'm Boosie, and, there's no one like me. That's who I am. I guess in response to Kodak Black asking the question, who does Boosie think he is? He said, I'm Boosie. I'm real. Everyone loves me, etc. Then, of course, as we just heard, he went on to the reality TV situation. I'm wondering, would y'all tune in to watch Boosie in a reality TV setting? He says that he's going to break the internet if he gets on a reality TV. So they're going to have to give him a big old bag because he's going to break the internet. He's not taking the same sort of pay that any other internet or reality figure has taken. That they're going to have to pay him much more than that because he has these shows. He's obviously raking in money from that 16 times a month. So you're going to have to outdo that, in other words. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. And so you would really have to get this reality show and go viral. In order for them to cover all that, you have to go viral. So, and I guess, hey, it's obviously a possibility that he can do just that. I'm wondering what you all think. Could he go viral? Let me know if you will watch Boosie in a reality TV show setting. He seems to think everyone will. Apparently, if he's demanding so much money, he seems to think that, he's gonna rake in the dough for the reality producers for the show. And so y'all gonna have to pay him handsomely. You heard him. Stay safe and stay free, people.